Hello, and welcome to What We Wrote. I am Emma.
And I'm Esme.
And we are two friends who've been writing together for decades. In this podcast, we go back and read some of our terrible teen writing in all its angsty and melodramatic glory.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what happened last time. I think, no, I do. Vari's a nurse now.
That's right.
Because that's the thing that happened.
The world's best bed manner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, well, and her and Kane had a bit of a thing too.
They did have a bit of a flirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, about his horse.
Was it?
See a man about his horse. Because the horse ripped a shred, like a chunk out of her, and he was like, "Didn't you read the note?"
Oh.
And apparently the note said "sing to him."
Right.
And so she went back and sung to him, and the horse was like,
magically fine. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, they did have a bit of a flirt about the horse.
A moment. Yeah. Yeah, because he was all injured and she was all helping him.
Well, kind of. She was pretty mean to him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really the only outcome so far of the attack on the Citadel, is that Vari.
Oh yeah, that's right, the attack.
Yeah,
that was a whole
that
lot
happened.
That they just watched from like the city roof or whatever.
Yeah, they stood like, off at the cave and went,
"We're being invaded."
Huh?
That's unusual.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, the horses.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that.
Yeah, and then the walking wounded were there briefly, and then that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
Okay. And we still don't know anything about that attack, really, do we?
We know that they came from the other continent.
Ardua?
No,
Or
we're on
Ardua?
Ardua from Astra. They came from Astra.
They came from the stars.
They came from over here. We are over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we did, there was literally a passing mention of, like, that they came from Astra, and
Which is weird, though, because did they come in on ships?
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay, I was going to say, I thought they came in from, like, the ground.
No.
That'd
From
be
the
weird.
ground, they came up from the ground.
I mean, that would also be weird, but no, I mean, like, from the
No, so they came,
west.
there was, like, 3 ships or something.
3.
Yeah, literally. They came up. I love your memory. It wasn't that long ago. The 3 ships came up, and like a couple of them landed, and then the soldiers got out, and then Kane and his knights went and attacked them in the a absolutely shocking display of military strategy, tactics, whatever. Like, it was just bad.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, that's.
Right.
But yeah, that's all. I don't know. That's all we know.
All there is. I mean, at least something happened.
Yeah, it was immediately forgotten about.
That's right. It happened. It's halfway there.
I guess. I am honestly dreading this chapter because, like, the pattern has really been something happens in Vari's chapter.
Cori
and
writes.
then Cori just mopes around for a chapter.
Walks around the city.
Just being sad.
Watching the sunrise.
Exactly. And then we go back to Vari and it's just like, great, why are you in this story?
Yeah. Now that you mention it, she really hasn't done anything. Like, it's all been about, like even, yeah. So articulate.
We have a podcast.
Shut up. Yeah, Cori's really done nothing.
No.
Has she?
No.
Like, at least Vari.
She got attacked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Damsel a little bit.
Yeah, she got fridged, basically.
Yeah, so, alright, I guess.
We'll just dug in.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, it's not going to get any better.
No. Musical interlude. Chapter 16.
We should. Sorry.
Never mind.
Sometimes they escape like
Is this an odd podcast conversation or off podcast
conversation? Both, I guess. And I was just thinking, because eventually we're going to be putting all of these on YouTube if I could pull my finger out of my house.
Yeah.
We should do something for that so that we don't have to.
I'm assuming you were inserting a musical interlude, but
I have been.
Okay.
But this is Anyway, carry on. Never mind.
Let me try again. Chapter 16. Cori. And you've written a note in the margin on this first page that says, "This page is unbelievably neat."
Well, it is.
And you are right.
Yes.
It is. I pulled out my neat handwriting for this.
Does that mean I find I used to write neat, or my version of neat, when I had writer's block?
Maybe. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well.
Doesn't bode well.
But yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, I've made a mistake in the first sentence.
Okay, cool.
I originally wrote, it was a cold night. And then I crossed that out and wrote, it was a cold morning.
Okay. Important.
Not just cold,
Oh.
but absolutely freezing. The air was so cold, it was like breathing ice. Okay, have we... Because
first of all, you're on a coast.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't get that cold on the coast.
No.
Unless you're in, like, Antarctica.
Yeah. Which I suppose
like Norway.
But
no,
like,
you're not, because
Cori
Cori was marching around the city the other day whinging about how hot and sweaty she was.
That's right.
So it's not Antarctica.
And also, like, if we consider if this is the entire flat world...
Yep. You fall off if you go any further.
Yeah, yeah. But, like, this is what I would...
The equator?
Call the equator. Yeah, so...
Yes. We don't seem to have decided what the climate is like here.
I feel like...
the weather is whatever is most convenient.
Yeah, we did that a lot.
Did we?
Yeah.
What, in
all of them?
In all of them.
I think TSC was the only one where we were like, hey, we should actually think about what season they're in and how long time takes.
Don't think we did that for the first draft.
Oh god, no, not for the first draft.
No.
No, I'm talking about when we actually started properly writing it.
For real.
I remember, when we were doing that.
Yeah,
we even did
like a timeline.
Like a memory board, like a murder board type thing. Yeah.
It was a timeline.
Sure.
It had like a curly little ribbon. And we had the events on little post-it notes.
And we put the seasons on it.
Months. Yep.
Yeah, but I think this must have been before we split it.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, that was for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, side note.
Sidebar.
Footnote.
Okay. Even beneath 2 tunics, my warmest boots and breeches, and a thick fur-lined cloak, the wind was biting, and I couldn't help but shiver. Maybe I did have writer's block, and that's why I've spent like a paragraph talking about the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the cold pervading my limbs, my heart was a lump of ice in my chest.
Oh, God. All right.
As if my life hadn't taken enough unsavory turns over the past few weeks. First, discovering I was illegitimate.
Yeah, we were there.
Yep. Then my attempted rape.
We were there too.
Yep. And my confusing and clearly unrequited feeling for brands. Now,
so we didn't really need to do a recap because
Cori's
it's all just there.
Yeah.
So don't worry about listening to the first part of this podcast. It's all the first part of the chapter.
And my confusing and clearly unrequited feelings for Bran. Now this. How much worse could things get?
Now this.
I don't know.
This?
I don't know what this is. The weather's cold?
Is that what you mean?
I don't think so.
Surely not.
I think I'm trying to build it
like
up. Lead it,
right,
kind of be like, something else
I'm
terrible.
a little concerned that it's just about it being cold.
No, something's gonna happen.
Okay.
There is something happening on this page.
Sure.
How much worse could things get? I felt a pang of fear. True, unadulterated, body-freezing terror.
Oh god, it's a very cold chapter.
It is a very cold chapter. That icy morning, a small group of people were gathered in an icebox of a room.
Oh god, yes, we get it. It's cold.
It's so cold.
So cold.
It's so cold.
It's icy, guys.
The condensation on the walls was frozen.
Take a shot every time you say it's like icy, frozen, or cold. Just be drunk before we hit the end of the page.
Oh no. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Something's happening?
Yeah.
Cori is suddenly just relevant?
Yes. We're gonna get through a bit. We're gonna get through a bit more cold before we get there, but
okay. Oh god.
The window was open a crack and the fire was out.
Out?
The fire was out, yeah.
As in there was no fire.
As in there was no fire.
Okay. Sure. Like, okay, yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Hold on to your butts.
Alright.
And my half-brother was dead.
Oh.
The heir to the throne is dead.
Oops. Okay.
Oopsie doops.
He was sick, wasn't he?
Well, he was like sickly. Was he literally the only thing we've ever heard about him?
Yeah, I forgot he existed, to be honest.
14 and sickly.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot that he existed.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only thing standing between Cori and apparently
the
throne.
But yeah,
as we've said multiple times, if she's the queen's daughter and the throne is passed down the king's line, she's literally nobody. Except a bit embarrassing.
Which, you know, that's true in all senses of the word.
Exactly.
Nobody but embarrassing.
But we seem to have decided that, like, regardless, she is...
Did we decide it? Or were we
No,
just
no, well,
idiots?
maybe we were just idiots. Maybe we're just
I
idiots.
think we just didn't know
how
lineage
inheritance works,
no.
which is stupid because, like, the, like, English monarchy historically is, like, one of my, like, pet areas of, like, historical study. Like, I love the English monarchy.
Yes, but you were like 15 when we read this. Actually, I think we were a bit older. But
It's been a long time. I've been a history nerd for a long time.
yeah,
I for sure knew how fucking inheritance works. So
well, this was all you because I.
Yeah, I know exactly. So what the fuck's wrong with me? My half brother was dead. His body still lay in the bed. His blue tinged lips parted slightly. His hollowed face slack.
We had like consumption then.
Maybe. I felt a little numb, and I was slightly ashamed to realise that it was more from fear for myself than grief.
Well, I'm not surprised because you've not thought about him once.
No,
so
not at all.
I
don't think you
imagine...
were close.
No, at all.
Especially...
Do we even know his name?
No. I could feel the king's eyes on me. The ruling queen of the citadel. Oh, so she is a ruling queen. So here we go. We've given ourselves all this shit for nothing.
Maybe we were right.
Maybe we were right, or maybe we realised that we
But
done
then why
fucked
does
up.
the king give a shit though?
Well,
Because either way, he ain't getting the throne.
No. But like, because like men.
Like men.
Yeah.
I know where you're going.
About like their legacy,
or
whatever.
And shit. So he wanted his son
wanted
to be,
his son to be king.
Clearly.
His blood to be on the throne.
Right.
And obviously Cori is a threat to that.
Okay.
Because she's not of his blood.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, so okay, so she's a ruling queen. So she is the one descended from royalty, and the king is who the fuck knows. Nobody's bothered to describe where the king came from.
No.
The ruling queen of the citadel stood by my shoulder. Maybe he's from Astra. Who knows?
Intrigue.
A little protectively, I thought. Although I didn't want to admit it, it comforted me fractionally. Only fractionally. The queen standing by her shoulder protectively.
Oh, okay. I zoned out for a second. Sorry.
It's going to be a really long chapter if I have to keep repeating myself, my girl. Fear continued to permeate every fibre of my being. They spoke the final
Well, she
rites.
just said that she was not quite
She
so
was
scared.
fractionally comforted,
Right.
but she was still very scared, obviously.
Right.
They spoke the final rites and slowly bore the crown prince from his bedchambers. His funeral will be tomorrow. That's in present tense. For some reason. But not in dialogue.
Well, yeah, I was going to say it sounded like dialogue.
It sounds like dialogue, but it's not.
Okay.
It's just
Cool.
another sentence.
Cool story.
Suddenly in present tense. After a moment, we left. I walked slowly back to my own room, which was so warm I had to take my cloak off. Why were they leaving the prince's body in a freezing room? Like, did he freeze to death?
Like, maybe. Maybe it was like a morgue.
They just took him out of it, though. Like,
maybe, yeah.
it was his bedchambers, and there was, like, frozen... Did he freeze to death? Like, did someone leave the window open and he just died?
How cold was it?
We know how cold. We know
freezing,
exactly
guys.
how
It
fucking
was
cold it was.
freezing.
We had a whole page on how cold it was. I don't know. Maybe that's why he was blue.
He just needs to be thawed out.
I had to take my cloak off. I sat down on my bed, for the moment too numb to feel. I felt like I should be crying, but no tears would come.
Why? You care nothing about this dude. Like, literally, we don't even know you... Does she know his name?
I don't know.
Was he older or younger?
Younger. He was
Younger.
14. I don't know. Which means technically she had a better claim to the throne than he did.
Yeah.
But she was illegitimate, so that's why. Okay. I just felt numb, empty. You've already said that. It may not happen today or tomorrow. Why am I suddenly in present tense?
I don't know. You're skipping around all over the shop.
It may not happen today or tomorrow or even years from now, but eventually the time would come. The time when the king, who is technically a consort, the royal blood coming through the queen, my mother, to me, could no longer risk my continuing existence. There you go, so we've explained it.
Huh.
So the king's consort, queen's ruling queen,
I mean, but like, there's no real reason for the king to kill her now because it's not like he's got a
Yeah,
an
well,
heir.
yeah.
Unless he's got like a cousin or something.
Or
a
unless
nephew.
he's hoping to make another one.
Oh yeah, I suppose that's possible.
But then, as a legitimate heir, it would have a better claim unless he. Well, no, obviously daughters can inherit, so it doesn't matter as long as he has a child with Queen, another child, that child would inherit because Cori is illegitimate. So a legitimate child, even a younger legitimate child, would inherit over an illegitimate child. So who the fuck knows? The Crown Prince, my half brother.
Yep.
That's his name.
Yeah, we
my
remember him. I mean, I don't think she does, but we do.
Was now. Oh, hang on, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
We've retconned some bullshit here.
Oh, what?
The Crown
Is he not
Prince.
dead?
No. My half brother was now dead at 26.
Oh.
He was not 26 at the start of this story. He was 14.
Was he?
It was on the first fucking page. Oh, not the first page, but like the first page of Cori's chapter.
Hang on. Let's fact check.
Fact check. A sickly lad of like 14 or something.
I'm a bastard. Found it out. Died in childbirth. My father, my mother's eyes. Why are you telling me this? You may be in danger. Yep. Sickly lad, scarily. I presume you meant scarcely. Scarily 14.
There you go. So he wasn't 26.
He's aged up.
He's
like
he's
in The
aged
Sims.
12 years.
You know how The Sims where you
Yeah,
can speed them up because you can't be bothered looking after a baby? Okay.
Okay. I don't know if I just forgot or decided that that wasn't the case. Who knows? Okay. The Crown Prince, my half-brother, was now dead at 26. He had ever been a weak and sickly man, and it was pneumonia which had killed him. And now there was no heir. When the Queen died, the king would have no power. The throne would be open to pretenders, cousins, aunts, uncles, anyone with a drop of royal blood, including me. Yep.
That's how it works.
Yep. I was the Queen's closest living relative. Even illegitimate as I was the most likely heir. But without me, a widower king had a chance to cling to power. Okay, so she's thinking...
Oh, so he's thinking, like, if she dies, then he...
If the Queen dies before the king, she thinks that he would try and hold the throne.
Right.
Even though he has no claim to it.
Right.
But, like, the Queen... So a thing that can happen is the Queen could make Cori her heir. Like, she could pass, I don't know how the like courts work here or whatever, but historically she could pass an act of parliament to say that this illegitimate child is now my heir. Because if you don't do that and if you don't have an heir, then this is exactly what happens. You get civil war because everybody's fighting over the throne. Anybody who has a remote claim to the throne would try and take it. And I guess the Queen has no siblings, because otherwise they would be the inheritor.
Yeah. Well, you said her uncles, didn't you? In your long list.
Cousins, aunts, uncles.
Yes, maybe she does.
I mean, it could be the Queen's aunts and uncles, not Cori's aunts and uncles. Because that's where the like if the Queen had siblings, it would pass to one of the siblings and then to their children. Yeah. So, I guess she doesn't. Or again we're just being stupid.
But, we said that before. And...
Yeah, exactly. Proved wrong.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is around the time that I got really into...
Yeah, and you were like, shit, better change that up.
Better fix this. Maybe. I had become a threat he couldn't afford. The Queen had kept me close, in the keep, had trained me as best as she could. ... In preparation for the inevitable time when my life would come under threat. Why did this have to happen now, I asked myself. Now, after I'd met Vari, my one true friend, and Bran as well.
Is she?
No, she's definitely not.
She's not true or a friend.
No.
She's neither of those things.
No, she's not.
And what does it matter that you've met them and this has happened?
Maybe she thinks she has to run away.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. Yes, that's exactly what she's thinking. Oh. I briefly considered what my options were. The best option was to run, to leave the Citadel forever and flee beyond the King's reach. But I wasn't sure if I was able. The thought of the danger, the adversity, the constant fear. The thought of never seeing Vari's cheeky, annoying grin or Bran's wide, roguish smile.
You've known them for like a week.
I know, right? Like, get over it.
And you've been fighting with them for most of that
Exactly.
time.
Are you going to die for these two? Like, are you insane? What is wrong with you? Never going to the tavern again to spend a night in jest and good company again frightened me. It was one time.
And they asked you to leave.
They went back again and had a proper night.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because then Vari went to bed that night and was like, maybe it is nice to have friends. And she was all like, man, isn't it great that I can remember this whole night because I'm not drunk?
Oh, yeah.
Because she's clearly a total alcoholic.
An alcoholic.
Yeah, so they've been twice.
Okay.
Once she was asked to leave, and once she had a good time.
Okay.
So, yes, this is based on one time
All right.
that she is willing to die. I couldn't do that. I wasn't I wasn't strong or brave enough to live alone. I was dependent on the myriad of small comforts of my past life.
Definitely dependent.
I hadn't grown up on the streets, living off meagre scraps like Vari. I had no special skills like Bran. I was just a useless, harmless young woman, barely out of childhood. And I've got some marginalia here. At the top I've written, all I could have been and all I would have been is about to change. And in the margin I've written, coins for the ferryman.
What? Both of those sound familiar. I mean, coins of the ferryman, I guess, is just that's the thing.
Yeah.
But what's the...
I don't know. Song lyric, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know how long I sat there staring at my feet, letting my mind run in endless circles. After an indeterminate amount of time, I think it's supposed to be undetermined. Undetermined amount of time? Indeterminate amount of time?
Undetermined.
Yeah, I've
I
written
feel like it's a
indeterminate.
word.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've written indeterminate
I
amount
don't
of
think
time.
indetermined
No, I don't.
is a word, no.
I decided I was getting nowhere. I made my way out of the comforting... So again, we have another chapter where all Cori is doing is sitting on her own, thinking about things.
We had a brief moment of something exciting happening.
Yeah, nobody spoke to her. She didn't speak to anybody. The Queen didn't say, hey, what are we going to do? You're like, you're in danger now. Even more danger. Like... I made my way out of the comforting warmth of my room and down the freezing halls. The keep was busy, but subdued. I had no doubt about how quickly the news of the prince's death had spread. But now I imagine the whole keep must know.
Is it the same day?
Yeah, no, it's the same day.
Same day.
She went straight from seeing the dead prince to a room and has just sat there in a room. And now she's leaving a room.
For an undetermined time.
Undetermined amount of time.
Could be doing Bella Swan.
She's rolling by.
Yeah.
Possible. By now I imagine the whole keep must know. I couldn't bring myself to care over much. I knew, on some distant level, that it was sad. Sad for him to die so young. Sad for his death to be gossiped about. But I was much too afraid for myself to feel anything. Okay, but you're feeling fear, and that is a feeling.
That is a feeling.
That is a feeling. You are feeling something. It was chilly in the stables.
Oh god, here we go. Hey, did you know?
It's cold. It was chilly in the stables, but the warmth of the horse's breath took the edge off the biting cold. Vari was nowhere to be seen. A brief interrogation of the stable hand revealed she'd headed into the citadel a bit earlier. So Vari hasn't told Cori that she's working for the doctor, I guess? Or maybe this is the same day that...
Who fucking knows?
Who knows?
And not in the book.
No.
Whether it happened off scene or not, I don't know.
I paced my way down the wide aisle between the stalls. I thought I may take one of the horses for a ride, but I couldn't decide which one. I walked all the way to the end of the stables. I stopped there and sighed.
Oh god, this is thrilling.
I was about to turn around and head back when a large bay gelding hurled himself at his stall door, teeth bared, eyes rolled back, showing the whites of his eyes.
Guess that's in Tara's.
I guess so. I jumped back, startled. That's a full stop, I think. No, it wasn't, but okay.
It should have been.
I jumped back, startled. Upon closer inspection, I realised this was the same gelding that Sir Kane had ridden yesterday.
Sir Kane.
Yesterday.
Hasn't it been like a while? Because
So-
how
no,
long
no.
was it when...
So the attack happened.
Yeah.
Vari helped Kane.
But then
and the doc said, come down tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so it's been like at least
So
2
it's been-
days. Maybe 3?
I would say that if this is... I suppose if this is the same day that
Unless we've done
Vari...
a time jump.
Well, if we're overlapping. So if this is the same day that
Yeah.
Vari goes to meet
see
Doc,
the dog.
yes,
This could be, then it would have been yesterday.
that Kane
That
rode
Kane
the
rode
horse.
the horse.
Yes.
Okay.
So possibly the
It could be
chapters are
right.
overlapping
Yeah,
here.
yeah, okay. Dubious timeline, but okay.
Dubious,
We'll,
dubious.
we'll suspend belief for
Yeah,
now.
yeah, we'll give us the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt. I shook my head sadly. It was clear that the horse had very little trust in people, and I wondered also how Kane had won his trust. The babe backed into the far corner of the stall, his flanks sweaty, his sides heaving.
Damn.
Yeah, he's really working himself into
Yeah.
a bit of a tizzy there.
Give that boy some ace.
Yeah, drug it.
Actually, don't give an ace, it's a stallion. That's a very bad idea. Don't give stallions ace! You have to chop his penis off.
He was a fine horse, strong and long-legged. Actually, no, he's a gelding.
Is he? I
Yeah.
thought he was a stallion.
Well, he was a gelding when he was in the battle.
Oh.
Because remember we were talking about...
How could you see from that far?
Well, that's what we were talking about.
Okay,
because
right.
They kept saying, oh, it's a fine bay gelding. And we were like, how do you fucking know?
Okay.
So I think he's gelding.
Alright, well.
So you
still
can drug
cool.
him.
Yeah.
He was a fine horse, strong and long-legged. And here he was, trapped and held by planks of wood and straps of leather. A wild thing trammelled in human restraints.
Planks of wood? What? Hang
Well-
on, what? Oh, the stables.
The stable.
You mean. Okay, I had a vision of it like in a weird crutch with like just wood and like strapped and tied in. I'm just like, no wonder he's angry.
I think she's taking a bit of a like a
Poetic
crunchy,
license, right.
a crunchy approach
Okay.
to like, you know, this beautiful
Beautiful
wild spirit is being
containment.
contained
Yeah.
by human
Right.
blah blah blah,
Okay.
etc. etc.
Okay.
For a moment, I was tempted to take him out, but I was in enough danger without asking for trouble.
And also, yeah, that's stealing.
Also,
Remember
but-
when Vari nearly died for that?
Yeah, exactly. And horse theft.
Yeah, much
You
worse.
hang for that.
Yeah.
I eventually settled on a chestnut mare. I tacked her up myself, taking my time. My fingers were numb. Wait. We've got to hear about how cold it is again.
No.
My fingers were numb with cold,
So instead
frozen
of
and
walking
clumsy.
around the city, she's gonna ride around the
Yes,
city.
she is.
Okay, just for something different.
My fingers were numb
We
with
need to give
cold,
this girl something to do.
frozen and clumsy, making it hard to do up the buckles. I eventually succeeded, however, and led her into the courtyard. I managed to stop yawning.
Sorry.
I'm doing my best. Get through this as fast as possible. I managed to mount on the second attempt. My muscles stiff and uncooperative. It's so much detail.
Second.
There's just so much detail. We
Oh.
just say you got on the horse. I don't need to hear look. Just be glad she's not like. And then I tightened the girth.
Yeah, I
And
tied
then
the
put-
first strap of the girth, and then the second strap of the girth.
And then I went around and I put the bridle on, and then I did up the chin strap, and then I did up the noseband.
Oh. Sorry, what were you on? I can't help it.
I felt my body relax immediately as I settled into the saddle. The movement of the mare was familiar and comforting, though the reins chafed my hands. We put some gloves on. What's wrong with you? We rode at a slow trot out of the keep, through the deep cold shadows of the gate and into the citadel. It was slow going through the crowded main street, but eventually came to the gate.
What? Oh, it's second gate, right?
Yeah, the city gate, I guess.
Okay.
The lesser gate opened onto the beach.
Oh,
No, it didn't.
did it?
I don't think so.
I thought it opened away from the beach.
Yeah, because
And then there was like a road down and around to the beach.
that's what we thought. But then also there was some way that Vari and Bran got out that put them at the top of a cliff where they could fall down the cliff to the beach.
Well, no, because I thought they'd come out and then around and then fall down the cliff to the beach.
I don't fucking know. The lesser gate opened onto the beach, and I could finally let the mare have her head. She broke into a canter, her hooves throwing up sand as she stretched her legs. I sat easily to her smooth gait, the icy wind catching my thick black hair. The air seemed to freeze in my lungs, making my eyes water. The brittle sunlight made the ocean's waves sparkle blindingly.
It's very reminiscent of the scene in Living
To Die? Yeah, when we all galloped our horses on the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, at least she's not like pulling up to the top of a dune and
Wait,
rearing up.
We haven't finished yet.
I rode the mare up a narrow rocky path, around the walls of the citadel, to the grassy paddocks that bordered the river. You know, this is a sidebar. I'm sorry, I'm just so bored that I'm thinking about 6 other things.
Yeah, it's killing me that I'm not allowed to fiddle with anything on this podcast because it makes noise. I'm just staring at my hands, sadly.
So this is a sidebar, but
Okay.
I've been reading this blog that's been sort of talking about like the historical accuracy of various like fantasy properties and stuff.
Yes.
Very interesting. But one of the things that he always harps on about is how in movies, when you see like a big city and all around it is just like grass paddocks,
Oh, right, yeah.
there's no farms.
Oh,
And it's like,
there
should be farms.
Yes.
Because otherwise, how does that city feed itself?
Well, yeah.
Like, if you have a city that's surrounded by grassland, you should be farming that. Because that's how you
Should
feed
be
the people
something
in
on
the
it.
city.
Yes.
And so when, you know, Cori's like,
Maybe
I'm
she's just
just-
riding through someone's crop.
yeah, maybe. It's just corn.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's riding through a cornfield.
Ruining it.
I rode the mare up a narrow rocky path around the walls of the citadel to the grassy paddocks that bordered the river. So, like, really peak crop area because that's
Got water.
like, well, and
When was it
like
the Salt River?
no, but like even then, like it's like the Nile, right? That's like the birth of human civilization because the banks of the Nile are so fertile because of the river. The scene was idyllic. The morning dew on the rich verdant grass, bright in the sunlight. It failed to lift my mood, unfortunately.
Oh, what a shame.
I rode as far from the citadel as I'd ever been before. And I dismounted. I sat down on
Did
the
she
deck.
just, what was that? As far as she's ever been?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Like 500 meters from the city.
Alright, that explains a lot.
Yep. I rode as far from the citadel as I've ever been and dismounted. I sat down on the damp grass, tethering the mare to a fallen branch.
Branch? That ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, and also, when you're not in grassy paddocks, you didn't mention any trees,
Yeah.
but there is an ancient oak tree
Oh,
that spread its branches above me, leaning itself out over the rushing river, cleaner here upstream from the city's filth. I watched it run past me, slow and smooth. Okay, is it slow and smooth or is it a rushing river? Because it can't be the same thing. Always flowing the same way, constant and unchanging, and yet ephemeral and never ceasing.
Ephemeral.
Ephemeral.
Check the shot. Wasn't that what the boat
That's the
was
name
called?
of the ship.
Yeah.
It's a good word though.
Yeah, clearly this was around about the time we learned what it was.
Discovered the
Yeah.
word ephemeral, yeah. I knew, on some level, that I was just trying to delay what I'd come here to do, to decide what I was going to do.
Oh God!
Why couldn't you have done this in your room?
I don't
Like,
know.
why did we have to
Oh.
have 3 pages of description for you to walk out, to ride out to this fucking paddock so you can sit in the paddock and think, like, Jesus fucking Christ. But it wasn't a decision I wanted to make alone, or at all for that matter. I tried to imagine what Vari would do in this situation, but that only depressed me even further. Vari could take care of herself. I doubted she needed my friendship as much as I needed and valued hers. She had Bran. She was strong and brave. She was the brave, beautiful, self-sufficient hero, and I was what? The baggage pony? I mean, yes, honestly.
She's not even the baggage pony. At least that's useful.
Useful. I shook my head. I had more important things to worry about than my own insecurities.
Yeah.
Like the life-threatening situation I was in.
God. Yes, we get it. It's dangerous. It's scary. Ooh, and it's cold.
I mean, I think it's not cold anymore. She hasn't mentioned the cold in a while. So leaving was clearly not an option. The chances were the king would hunt me down anyway. So what else could I do? Go on as if nothing had happened? Hope that fate would save me?
Kill the king.
I mean, at least it was interesting.
Someone had to say it.
It was about time I had some good luck. I sighed and threw myself down on my stomach, watching a dragonfly flit across the surface of the river and on iridescent wings, darting back and forth in short, sharp movements. The sun was finally starting to warm the frigid air, the icy wind dropping away a little. It was warming into a bright, pleasant day. God.
Please.
Just kill my voice. I want to stop.
I don't usually like the phrase "kill me now." I think this is probably the first time I've ever really thought it. But please.
It was strange to think of such icy coldness, such freezing, seemingly relentless temperatures fading so easily into such a warm and nice day. It seemed as if the good things had a power over the unpleasantness that no one had ever noticed until afterwards, if they noticed at all. Perhaps to distract myself from thinking over my plight anymore, my thoughts turned to my real father. I didn't know who he was, where he was, what he looked like. Why had he left? Would he want to meet me? Did he even realize I existed? I wouldn't put it past Norella to have not even told him that she was pregnant. But maybe I was just more content to blame everything on my mother than on an unknown father. But could I blame him anyway?
I'm not interjecting. I just want you to get through it.
If I thought my situation was dangerous, his would have been 100 times worse. If the king could kill a harmless girl with no pretensions to the throne, how would he react to the man his wife was having an affair with? No, I couldn't find it in my heart to blame him for leaving, regardless of whether he'd known about me or not. I wondered if he was still alive, out there, somewhere in the great wide world that I had only the most distant grip on. Bad at geography too. It was hard to even imagine all the distant and strange parts of a world I may never get to see. My entire world began and ended in the Citadel. I really feel like she needs to get out.
She needs to leave. Grass.
She's literally touching grass right now.
Not enough. She needs to touch more grass.
I really feel like Cori, it would do her a lot of good to flee the Citadel.
Yeah.
And just go and experience the world
do
a little bit.
else.
Do something.
Anything
at all. And also, hopefully, it would mean we wouldn't get any more of this.
You ask one more rhetorical question.
These great stone walls enclosed my life. Sometimes they felt entrapping, like a cage I couldn't escape. Sometimes they felt protective, keeping me safe from the horrors of the world. I sighed again, glancing up at the sky. I was startled to realize that the sun was an hour or so past its zenith. How long had I been lying here? Had I fallen asleep? Or had I just lost track of time? There's 3 more for you. What she just gave me. I'm sorry. This is clearly a problem in that we have not given Cori anything to do. And so I'm just trying to pad out my chapters however fucking way I can.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
just checking. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's a long one.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's a long
Oh my
one.
god.
Oh my god. Buckle in, folks.
Go and get a coffee. We'll be here when you get back.
Probably still describing
still
Cori
in
lying in the
panic.
grass. It was high time I was back at the keep, or at least back at the Citadel. I pulled myself a little awkward.
Even Penny's bored.
Big sigh. I pulled myself a little awkwardly and stiffly into the mare's saddle. I sat there for a moment, not looking forward to heading back.
How many times did it take you to get in the saddle?
Only once this time, but it was awkward.
Okay. Good to know.
But I had to go back eventually, and delaying the inevitable wasn't going to make it any better. The ride back to the city seemed to take an unfairly short amount of time. It seemed like mere minutes before me and my mount were cantering up the steep cobbled streets. I feel like you shouldn't be cantering in the city.
Not very good for the horse.
It's not good for the horse, and also the streets
People.
are probably full
Yeah.
of people. You're just running people down and trying to do the shopping. I had barely finished unpacking the mare my fingers fumbling with the buckles when a messenger found me. That was never a good
What is her
sign.
problem with buckles?
she's got sausage fingers,
Yeah,
like Prince Charles.
They're buckles. They're not that difficult.
It's the royal inbreeding.
She's not inbred. She's got outside blood.
She's just got sausage fingers. My lady, he said, ducking his head. The
My
king.
lady. She's a lady now.
She's a lady now. The king has requested your presence. He has an important issue he wishes to discuss with you. Okay, taking bets. He's going to try and marry her.
Ew.
I bet that. No,
He
not her.
What?
But like marry her off to somebody.
Oh.
Get her married.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I any money. That's what's going to happen. I'm taking bets on it right now.
But how is that going to change everything? She's still the throne.
I don't know, but I feel like that's where this is going.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but just that was my immediate instinct. He has an important issue he wishes to discuss with you, he explained. I felt my blood run cold. Well, things couldn't get much worse. That was for certain.
I mean, they could.
They could. You could be dead.
Something actually could happen.
Yeah. I nodded briefly to the messenger, managing to thank him before he left. I took a deep breath, steadying myself before I began to walk slowly towards the keep, my doom weighing on my shoulders. I was afraid. There was no denying it. I was terrified. Again, still. The king was in the main audience chamber, though no one else was. That was even more worrying. The walk from the door to the throne seemed to take forever, 100 loud, echoing steps breaking the silence. I realized I was sweating a little. The king was dressed in black for the mourning of his son, I supposed. He was not a large man, of medium height, middle-aged. He had brown hair greying at the temples and small dark eyes that were fixed on me. I rubbed my hand across my eyes briefly, trying to still my fluttering nerves. His visage was not helping. He didn't look like a man who had even the slightest like for me. That was not encouraging. After an eternity, I reached the throne, lowering myself respectfully to my knees, my head bowed, my heart hammering. My liege, I murmured, trying to hide the tremble in my voice. I don't know why, but my liege feels
My
like
liege
the
is-
weirdest way to say that.
yeah.
Like, Your Majesty?
Yeah,
I think
my
that's the
liege
correct-
is weird. Yeah.
I think my liege is like I've sworn a knight or something,
Yeah.
like sworn to your service sort
Yeah.
of thing. Whereas like I think the correct address is Your Majesty or Your Highness.
Yeah,
Maybe.
there is a weird thing with
There
like
is a
Majesty
thing.
and Highness as
Yeah,
well.
I don't know
which
if
know
Highness
what it
is for princes and Majesty is for kings, or it's something like that. Anyway. Corian, you may rise. I have a favour to ask of you, he said. I felt my heart restart. A favour? Like crawling into a hole and dying?
I was gonna say that.
Not likely. If he wanted me dead, he was unlikely to ask. What did you want? I asked, surprised by how confident and sure I sounded. It was completely a lie. An important knight was injured in the fray the other day.
Oh. Wonder who that could be.
Wonder who that could be. He will need extensive retraining so that he suffers no lingering ill effects from the wound.
Oh God.
Really?
Really?
Yup.
Really? Really?
Training
From Cori?
from Cori. Yup.
The very skilled, decorated knight?
Yep. From Cori, who was taught swordcraft by her mother so that she wouldn't be like left helpless if this very same king tried to kill her.
Jesus.
maybe he's gonna tell Kane to like just
Offer
sneak-
everyone to say, yeah. Kind of do that, sure.
Yeah. As all our real warriors are ... occupied, you will spar with the knight once a day when he is well enough, until you are instructed to stop. Do you understand? He asked.
Did you understand his very simple instructions?
But also, like, no, why? Why am
Well,
I doing
yeah,
this?
Yeah, true. Not really. No. I understand the words. The meaning, not so much.
I nodded fervently, for some reason incredibly relieved. For some reason? What?
You thought you were going to your
gonna
death.
die. Like,
That's a pretty good
that's a
reason.
good reason. I could think of 1,000 worse punishments.
Is that a punishment?
It's not punishment. Unless...
Oh.
Can I ask who the knight is? Sir Kane of Stellan.
Still not a punishment.
No. I felt my heart sink. Of course. If he didn't accidentally kill me while sparring, Vari would.
Why?
I don't know. Because she hates him? Because she doesn't hate him? I don't know. Who fucking knows? Of course, my lord. I would be honoured, I replied, the lie falling easily from my lips. He just waved at me with one hand, looking bored already. I hesitated, unsure if that was my dismissal. And Corian, he asked, just as I was about to turn away. I froze, terror in my veins. Do not fail me. His voice was like a bolt of ice through my body. I won't, I gasped, and then turned on my heel and walked from the hall as fast as I could.
Fail me? It's not like she's going on some, like, big
Quest.
adventure to, like, retrieve something.
Yeah, she's just sparring with the dude.
Okay.
What a weird interaction that
So
was.
weird.
Maybe he doesn't... No, he has to know. He must know that she's the Queen's bastard. Because he was, like, stink-eyeing her when the prince died.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, maybe she's freaking out about nothing and he doesn't actually know. Thankfully, it was not long until I spotted Vari in the stables. She saw me moments after my eyes fell on her, and she rushed towards me, looking excited and a little concerned. She grabbed my shoulders, her green eyes wide. Cori, you gotta help me. I got a job.
What? Okay.
I wasn't sure what happened to me then. Oh dear, this is gonna go bad, I think. I wasn't sure what happened to me then. Maybe it was just seeing Vari, so happily oblivious.
Oh gosh, she's gonna burst into tears.
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
But regardless of the reason, I sat down on the edge of a water trough. The long... You know how we said, like, the first page of the chapter was really neat?
It's
this
gone
is
now.
gone extremely bad.
You've hit your stride.
I've hit my stride, and I'm struggling.
Hang on a second, I'm just gonna move this back a bit.
I sat down on the edge of a water trough. Oh, the long held back tears welling up and pouring down my cheeks.
Yeah.
Vari shook my shoulders, like surprised. Why are you crying?
I mean, look, we're all victims.
I mean, it's just a very strange reaction if somebody just sits down and starts crying to walk over and go,
give me something to cry about.
What did I do? Nothing, I sobbed. I'm scared. I managed around fruitless tears. I don't know why I'm crying.
Because you're scared.
Because you're scared? You just said
You're
that?
a little bitch.
I'm not that scary, am I? She asked with a small smile. I shook my head helplessly, hating this sudden breakdown. It's not you. The prince died. And now I'm scared because I don't want to die, but I can't run away. I babbled, aware I was making no sense. Vari looked confused. Why are you dying?
Yeah, good question. Also, how did you spell dying? I can see that. Yeah.
All right.
When you didn't put that up. Skip right past
I mean, I thought about it and I was like, honestly, I just want to get a chat though. I can't be bothered. Anyway, thanks for that. I spelled dying D-I-E-I-N-G. Dying. The king's got no heir now, and if the queen dies, I could be a contestant for the throne. A contestant.
Contestant.
It's a game show.
Hunger Games.
And the king could lose power unless he kills me first, and I'm scared, I blurted, then took a huge gasping breath. Oh. Vari seemed unsure what to do, hesitantly putting her arms around my shoulders. I flung my arms around her, sobbing loudly into her skinny shoulder. I'm sorry, Vari, I gasped. It's all right. It's not your fault. She seemed a little taken aback, so I let her go, wiping at my tears in the back of my hand. So what did you want to say? I managed to get out. Doesn't seem all that exciting now. Oh, I'm sorry, Vari. What was it?
God.
I, somehow managed to get a job as a nurse? She frowned, pulling a face. My eyebrows shot up. A job? Congratulations, Mari. But do you realise what this means? I asked, forcing a faint smile.
No.
Responsibility?
I was going to say, sorry.
She suggested. My smile grew a bit more honest. You're going to have to stop talking like a street whore.
I do remember this. Because we wanted to do away with the accent
Fucking
so bad.
accent.
So we were like, how about Cori just teaches her how to speak?
Vari's jaw dropped. I don't talk like a whore, do I? She asked after a pause. I just nodded slowly. How do you know what a whore sounds like, Cori?
Yeah, you do it.
You don't know.
Beat out of a keep.
I just nodded slowly, still smiling. Vari slumped. Oh. Well, you can teach me. She seemed to perk up a little. If you want, I suppose. I wasn't sure what I was getting into. Good. She flashed me a grin. How's Bran then? I asked after a moment, trying to seem casual and probably failing quite miserably.
Yep.
I haven't seen him in a while. You mean... Oh, no, that was Cori, sorry. How's Bran then? I haven't seen him in a while. You mean since last night? I felt myself blushing. It's been a long day.
Jesus Christ.
It seemed like longer? I muttered. Vari snickered. My blush deepened. Stop it. Sorry I asked.
Don't.
Don't.
Stop it.
Stop picking on me. Stop it.
You just like sigh.
Oh, it's so funny.
She's broken. Finally. I got there like 20 minutes ago, but you know.
Even for neurotypical,
I
this is
know.
tough. This is tough going. Sorry I asked. I muttered, ducking my head behind the protective curtain of my hair. I could almost hear her grin. There's no time like now. Why don't we start trying to teach you how to talk? Mm-hmm. She grunted, shrugging. Sit down. To start with, you need to stop.
We're actually
We're gonna do it right now.
We're gonna actually go through.
To start with, you need to stop saying ye. It makes you sound like gutter trash. Vari nodded.
This is a little.
It's cringe. It's bad. It's
not good
It's not
because
good.
you know
yeah.
it's a legitimate accent.
It is an accent, and like and the
The
implication.
history of having that accent
Yeah.
dicey.
Yeah. It's rough. Out of world. It's also rough in world.
Yeah.
Because like this is sort of the implication that like it's
Classist.
a very classist
Yeah.
kind of like, you know, the way you speak is wrong.
You're trash.
You're trash. It
Yeah.
makes you sound like trash, like
Yeah.
a whore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, she's just poor.
And
Like-
also that like
Bran also
it's
has
just,
an accent
it's
to
just,
start with.
and it's just an accent.
It's just an accent.
It's just the way people speak.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, look, accents are definitely something that like class,
Mhm.
that like, you know, factors in with class and all that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
But this is our like heroes, so they like shouldn't be doing that.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, okay. Anyway, let's just get through this. Okay,
Yeah.
you. And say the ends of your words. ... I whiled away the afternoon in comfortable, companionable, and often irritating conversation with Vari before retiring to the cold, lonely darkness of my room. 3 till the break.
God.
And then I've written at the top of the page,
Mhm.
what are you afraid of? There's a big, bad, lonely wolf is coming to knock you down?
That's from something.
It must be, because I didn't write that. Clearly.
Yeah. It's familiar.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Mm.
Anyway, 3 till the break. The next week passed with relatively no event. Relatively no event.
It's an odd turn of phrase.
Yeah, relatively little event?
Even that.
I mean,
With, like, you could just say nothing happened.
yeah.
Which
But relatively-
You could have said that at the start of this chapter.
Yeah.
Really.
Prince died. Anyway.
Very sad.
Very sad. Anyway. Other than me spending very little time asleep, constantly fearing a knife in the shadows, poison in my food, I struggled my way through conversation. You know, I feel like the king wouldn't have asked her to spar with Cain if he was planning on murdering her the next day. Like, what would that have achieved? Like, was the what?
I don't know.
Like, if he was going to murder her, he wouldn't have given her like a job.
Job.
You know, he would have just killed her.
Maybe he's biding his time because it'd be a bit suspicious if she died like
Immediately
the day after the prince.
I don't know. He's the king. What are they going to do to him? I struggled my way through conversations with Vari, correcting her grammar and pronunciation with almost every second word.
Tissue. I'm making sea monkeys.
Oh.
Why? I got them for Christmas.
You got sea monkeys for Christmas?
Yeah,
I was sea monkeys for Christmas since I was like 6.
No, well, this is like the Christmas sprinkle type thing. We do it's not Secret Santa.
Like Bad Santa. Or not Bad
I
Santa.
don't know what that is.
It's when you buy deliberately shitty gifts.
Oh no, it's not like that. No. Is it like a white elephant or something?
Oh, that's
like,
a thing, yeah.
And then it's like, so you all buy a gift, you put it in the table,
yeah,
and then you draw out of the hat who picks it,
yeah,
and then so you pick it, and then you can either steal the person. Like,
that's exactly how Bad Santa works, but the gifts are all shit.
Oh, okay.
Like, they're like deliberately dumb gifts.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
like a packet of stick-on mustaches, or like, you know,
oh, okay. No,
like a really ugly pop
like,
pan, or like
it's not Bad Santa, it's just weird Santa.
Well, that's how Bad Santa works. It's actually a lot of fun. I highly recommend.
Well, I got sea monkeys out.
Okay. Anyway,
yes. Anyway, back to the
grind. It was frustrating, I'll admit, but I owed her that much at least. I couldn't help but feel a little proud of her, getting a real job of her own attributes without any need for pulling strings or making deals.
That's so condescending.
so condescending. Cori, you don't have a job.
No, yeah.
I thought it might be good for her to earn some of her own money, to do something good for herself.
Like the way you have done?
It's
ever?
so condescending. Oh my god.
Jesus.
The patronization is real. It had been about 6 days before I received a message stating that I was to start sparring with Cain each morning. I have to admit, I didn't revel in the idea.
6 days isn't a lot of time.
To have recovered from an arrow wound right through his shoulder.
Like there's a lot of healing that needs to happen there.
Shoulders are bad.
Yeah.
A lot of tendons and gnarly shit in shoulders. Rotator cuff and
like if it went through.
Right through.
Like,
so they pulled the arrow out the back.
Yeah, like your shoulder blade is like shattered. It's gonna take some time.
Maybe they avoided the shoulder blade. Like angled
The
it.
wiggly arrow is like a corkscrew.
Well, it didn't give the impression that your shoulder blade was
Yeah.
broken.
Yeah.
So like,
maybe it went through like here.
Yeah, like kind of armpit more than shoulder.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, it still takes longer than 6 days.
It definitely does. I didn't revel in the idea. Not only was I petrified of Vari finding out and murdering me on the spot,
Why?
or worse, Bran seeing us and passing the message, thus removing my chance to explain, I was afraid of Cain. My swordcraft was barely even mediocre, and he was a knight.
Yes,
I mean,
it is odd.
It is
A
odd.
little bit.
Also, like, he's probably used to fighting on horseback, so maybe he's not so much chop when he's on the ground.
I don't think that's how that works. But sure.
Not just any knight either, an important knight.
An important one.
An important one.
An important night.
I had a very bad feeling that even injured, he was about to administer a very sound ass kicking.
Yeah, so why are you there? He could just use a dummy.
Exactly.
Like...
Regardless, I had very little choice in the matter, and I presented myself in the training area of the courtyard, wearing my usual tunic, breeches, and boots, and hoping it would be enough to protect me from what was coming. I mean,
Tunic
unlikely.
Doesn't serve much protection against swords.
No.
I'm gonna say no.
I have another song lyric.
Oh yeah.
This chapter must take me a fucking month to write from the amount of
Lyrics.
shit in the margins. And this one is, Yeah, you and me, we could light up the sky if you stay by my side. That's
Is that
definitely
from-
a song lyric.
Is that from the song at the end of Stardust? You lie.
Could be.
I think it is.
Could be. Be about about the
same
right
era, yeah.
era. Yeah. Kane arrived moments after I did, a bulky bandage wrapped around his right shoulder. He seemed taller than I remembered. I found myself wishing for Vari's easy confidence and ease with people.
Ease with people?
I don't know if that's what I'd call that. Yeah. She's confident. Her manners might have been a little lacking, but she didn't seem to have such a perchance for blushing. That's not right. Penchant?
I assume you make pensions.
Penchant, I think is the word. I
Yeah.
think. Penchant for blushing? I don't know. It's not, whatever it is, it's not
that one.
perchance.
Yeah.
For blushing and stuttering as I did. I nervously tucked a strand of hair behind my ear as he came closer, looking around the courtyard as if he'd lost something. You. He stopped a few feet away from me, then sighed and smiled slightly. I don't suppose you've seen somebody who would be sparring with me, would you? He asked politely enough, but my ears turned red. Yeah, that's, me, I said, feeling utterly ridiculous. His eyebrows shot up. What? But you're just a lass. He seemed utterly shocked. Look, if it makes you uncomfortable, I'm sure the king will find someone else, I mumbled, avoiding his gaze. There was a long pause, then he made a soft snorting noise. No, that won't be necessary. I'm sure you wouldn't be here if you didn't have any skill. On with it then. He took a step backwards and drew his sword, a little awkwardly and with a small grimace of pain. I gulped at the sight of the blade. Oh, they're training with real blades.
Oh, Jesus, let's give him a wooden sword.
He's going to kill her.
Or
Cori is going to die.
We won't miss much.
I was not in very good practice with steel blades, despite the one I often wore at my hip, these days at least. When did you ever wear a sword at your hip? I took a deep breath and drew my own sword. I was ready for the carnage to begin. Kane swung first, an experimental blow, more to test his own new limits and my reactions than trying to inflict damage. I mean, he's just sparring with you. I hope he's not trying to inflict damage on you.
No, I just would. And also, like, training. If you're training, you don't just start bashing each other up. Like, there's a lot more to training than just like.
I mean, firstly, you should probably warm up since you've been injured.
Exactly.
Do some like lunges and
or
you know,
just general fitness and
roll
stuff.
your shoulders
Like
and like
flexibility,
stretch,
strength.
like
you don't just pick up a sword and start hacking away. That's not how it works.
I caught his blade, and we fell into a comfortable, almost rehearsed exchange of blows. His shoulder was clearly painful, and I was impressed at his stalwart stamina. It was a warm morning.
Oh.
Okay.
It's like 4 seasons in 1 week.
I know, right? And I was soon sweating heavily from the exercise. Kane's expression matched my own, though I expected his weariness was based more on his painful injury than sheer unfitness, as was mine. As we fought, I wondered at Vari's intense dislike of the man. He didn't seem to be... It didn't seem to be based in any solid foundation I could see, nor could I view him as instantly unlikable. Daunting, perhaps.
You said like 2 words to him, for starters.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't swear at her, which is what Vari would have done, so... You know, maybe the bar for polite interactions is low now.
Yeah, yeah.
Daunting, perhaps, and a little brusque, perhaps, but not to the extent that I could hate him. And Vari was a little daunting and brusque herself. Clearly, there was some underlying reason for Vari's hate. Whether... Oh, semicolon.
Oh, did you use it correctly?
No. Clearly there was some underlying reason for Vari's hate. Whether it was valid or not was another matter entirely. It should have been a comma. I was brought back to the present.
I could argue that could be.
Yeah, I don't really think so. I think it should have
It could have been a comma, yeah.
I was brought back to the present with a start as Kane swore loudly. I had knocked his sword from his grip without even noticing.
Oh! Because you're just that fucking good?
Just that good.
You can disarm a Stellinian knight
without even
The
noticing.
captain of the guard?
While busy thinking about Barry.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Toria, I'm sorry. I didn't hurt your arm, did I? I gasped breathlessly. Great. Now I'd not only get a firm kick up the arse, I'd broken the king's favourite pet. Ha! He laughed a little breathlessly. Not likely. Oh, interesting. Well, I've written not likely little girl. And
Have
then-
I edited it? Because I didn't like what you said?
yeah, I think
Because I do feel like that's not what Kane would say.
yeah, you've crossed out little girl.
Yeah.
But
There we go.
confirmation
Yeah.
that we are not doing dialogue yet.
Yeah.
Because I clearly have... I'm not up to that yet. Clearly I've been trying to write Kane and you were like, no, not like that.
Well, to be fair though, like, at no point has Kane, like, been disparaging of, like, little girl and stuff like that. So it is a little bit...
Yes. I mean...
Like, he's technically... Like, I know Vari brings out the worst in him.
Yeah,
But
true.
he's technically a good guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Whereas that would indicate, like, I'd slap him.
Yeah, yes.
Like, if he did that to me. So, you know.
And I've also included another lyric. Thanks for today. Your smile goes a long way. I think that's Kate Malahide.
Yeah, well, that was also around this era.
It was. Not likely. I just twisted funny. He sniffed, picking up his sword and sheathing it. You look tired. And again, I had written girly, and you've crossed that out as well. I'll see you again tomorrow.
Terrible.
He added, straight away. Don't be mean.
Good.
my ego is taking enough of a beating in this chapter as it is, okay?
Just like,
I know it sucks.
It sounds like... I don't know. Yeah, okay, sorry.
I arched my eyebrows, contemplating throwing a rock at the back of his head, but deciding against it.
So she's on Vari's camp now.
I guess, oh, well, because she then says, I'll little girl you if you're not bloody careful. I muttered under my breath. So obviously that was in response to the thing that I said that he didn't actually say. And then you've written a note saying you'll have to change this.
Yeah, like we're going to edit it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
Heading for the stables. I don't know if maybe I was trying to like think of a way for him to be a bit like mean to her or whatever so that she could like be on Vari's side sort of thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway. I muttered under my breath, heading for the stables. I splashed my face with cold water from the trough. I straightened up.
It's not clean water.
I suppose if you're sweaty, it might just be like, you know.
On your face there?
I straightened up and saw Bran coming towards me. Nope.
Okay.
Does not say that. Coming towards, full stop. I wondered if he ever actually did any work or if he just hung around the keep all day.
Good
I
question.
wonder that too.
Yeah.
Hello, Cori. He greeted me. I smiled slightly, making a quick check around the area for Vari. The last thing I needed was more taunting. Hello, I responded, confident the coast was clear.
So Brian's going, hi, Cori, and she's going, hi. It's not a little weird.
What are you doing up here? He shrugged slightly. Just dropping off some bits and pieces. You look exhausted, Cori. What have you been doing? Oh, just training, you know. I stumbled, trying to avoid displaying my lousy lying skills. Oh, all right. Any particular reason for that? A pretty girl like you being involved in such masculine sports? He asked chirpily.
Oh, God. Slap him.
Clearly not noticing my unconvincing lie. So yeah, that was genuine. He's not even taking the piss out of her. But he genuinely was like, what's a pretty girl like you doing sports for? Also, masculine sports? She didn't say what she was training in. She could have been training ballet for all he knows. I wrinkled my nose at him. Protecting myself from sneaky bastards like you, I retorted, elbowing him in the ribs. He laughed, tousling my hair. This wouldn't have anything to do with what happened before, That night, does it? He asked, a note of concern in his tone. It took me a moment to realise what he was referring to, because we've completely forgotten the trauma of nearly being raped. Yeah. Oh, you mean that time I was almost raped?
Jesus Christ.
No! No, I don't want this to be happening to me right now.
Autism or something. Like, she's not. Not right.
He nodded slowly, watching me closely. Of course not. I have Vari to protect me from that. I paused, running my mind over our past conversation. Vari told you about that? I feel like you told him about that, but okay. Actually, no, everybody knew about it. Like, at the ball. That's when... Because the ball was the day after.
Yeah.
And she had a panic attack right in front of Brand.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah.
And he didn't ask why she was having a panic attack, so I assumed that he knew. Anyway. Yeah, of course. When she was telling me how she scored this job at the Keep, he explained. I snorted. Great. Who else knows that I had to be rescued by a skinny little straight rat? I huffed. He laughed gently. No one. Calm down. There's nothing to be ashamed of anyway. It was hardly your fault, he said, seeming to try and assure me of something. Of something? I smiled at him, patting his shoulder. I'm fine, really, Bran. It was almost rape, not actual rape. I've moved on.
That makes it... Oh my god.
Oh, I don't like it.
That's icky.
It's gross.
I don't like it.
It's gross.
No.
It's nothing actually happened. I'm fine.
It's fine.
I'm fine. I was
You can't see
knocked
any of the
down
bruises.
in the street and
Yeah.
like my pants were ripped off, but I'm fine.
Don't
Like
worry.
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Well, if you say so.
Yeah, so...
I don't have to believe you.
No.
He paused, looking me over. You know, you don't look so good these days, Cori.
Oh my god. Ouch.
Is everything all right? He asked. I hesitated, but made a convincing enough effort at a smile. Why, thanks, Bran. You really know how to charm a girl, don't you? He laughed. I didn't mean that you look any less radiantly beautiful than usual, but you look tired, stressed. I shrugged slightly, avoiding his sparkling blue gaze. Sparkly blue gaze again. Oh, so sparkly. I haven't been sleeping so well. I'm fine, really, Bran. Stop worrying and go screw Vari or something. I prodded, taking the attention away from myself. I don't, he started, but I cut him off relentlessly. Don't even bother, Bran. Do not even bother. Off you go and leave me alone. Without giving me a chance to object, I retreated to the safety of my room.
What the fuck happened there? So they're having a civil conversation, and then all of a sudden she's like, fuck off.
I mean, he did say she looked like crap.
Yeah, but that was like out of concern. He was like, hey, is everything alright?
Yeah.
She's like, fuck you, fuck off.
And also, like, she was like, oh, I haven't been sleeping well, but I'm fine. It's like, well, if you're not sleeping well, maybe you're not
There's
fine.
something going on
Maybe
there.
there's something going on. Like, maybe there's a reason that you're not sleeping well. Maybe it's because you're not fine. Anyway, there's a line break. Not a 3-tilde break, just a line break.
Okay.
My next training session with Kane went much along the same lines as the first, though he somehow managed to be even more insulting and condescending. I knew that it was wrong, but I threw myself into the sparring match, deliberately trying to drive him to the point where he'd do himself an injury. I was supposed to be trying to help him get better, return to fitness, but there was something innately annoying and condescending about him.
Okay, so we've decided that Kane's just a dick then, have we?
I guess so.
Okay.
Getting tired yet? He sneered, though he was looking...
Sneered?
Yep.
That's unpleasant.
Although he was looking in worse shape than I was. I ground my teeth, biting back my furious retort. Of course not, my lord. I will continue as long as you are able, I replied after a moment, forcing my tone to remain even and polite.
Is he a lord? He's a knight.
He's a knight. He's a sir.
Yeah.
They can be.
I don't think he is.
I don't know. We don't know anything about Kane, really.
Okay.
He's the captain of the Sawinian Guard. That's all we know.
I'm pretty sure he's not a lord though.
Who knows? And like, I feel like this would have been much more interesting if he had been nice to her.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when Vari's like, what a
I
fucking
hate him, what
asshole,
an
I
idiot.
hate him.
Yeah,
Cori
Cori
would
would
be
be
like, I don't know, you always seemed really nice to me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just you.
Yeah.
But no, we did the boring thing and just, I guess he's just an asshole.
Well, yeah, I feel like maybe you were taking it somewhere Like, I don't think we talked about it because I think I was going for that vibe, like he's a dick to Vari because she brings out the worst in him, as I've said, but he's actually kind of like, you know, a bit of a good guy. But I think you've gone with that. No, he's just a dick.
Yeah, I mean, look, I guess if we go off what was on the page, then yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah.
Because we've never seen him talk to anybody else except for Vari.
Yeah.
So you would assume that he's a dick.
Mm.
But yes, you are editing me quite aggressively.
Am I?
Yes.
Sorry.
So when he said getting tired yet, I'd said girly, and you crossed that out.
Yes.
I ignored that because I was like, okay, we've discussed that. But further on, there's more.
Okay.
Forcing my tone to remain even and polite. Manners were built into my system, especially when speaking to someone of more senior rank than me. But Kane was seriously pushing his luck. I doubt that, he said. And I have had him say, even now I am twice as strong as any woman. And you've crossed that out.
Yeah, I mean, you're making it hard for anyone to want him to be with anyone.
Yeah, apparently he's a misogynist.
Yeah.
My eyebrows lifted. Is that what you believe? I blurted before I could stop myself. It's what I know, and I've written child, and you've crossed that out. Not what I think, he replied, shrugging with the easy confidence of one not used to being argued with. Maybe this is what made us decide to start dialoguing.
Because it doesn't even, yeah.
I lowered my blade, my temper simmering. What a foul-mouthed, misogynistic pig. That's on the page. I have actually written that Cori has called him a misogynistic pig.
I mean,
I know a lot of women who might care to argue that point, I replied, my steady tone wavering.
Do you? You know, like, two.
Yeah, one of who's a queen.
Yeah.
Women who cook and clean and slave away all day while their menfolk while away their time in taverns in the company of a mug of ale. Men who fight and die to protect the women and children. What woman fights for anything? He retorted, and you've crossed out what woman fights for anything. I arched my eyebrows at him, lifting my sword. You might also find, Sir Kane, that your power has not come from a man, but from your queen, I replied, then stopped dead, my mouth hanging open a fraction as I met Vari's furious green eyes across the courtyard. End chapter.
I mean, I can see why I was editing it, because
that shit show from start to finish.
That is hard to come back from.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if maybe you were thinking like a Pride and Prejudice, like let's make Darcy a pig so he can turn around and...
Yeah, growth.
But that was just...
I mean...
hard.
I think... Like, if... Okay, obviously if we look at it now, it's super cringy and super bad. Within the context of where the writing is at in this story, like the sort of little girl kind of girly stuff, like obviously it's bad, but like I don't think it is necessarily so bad that you couldn't have, like, again, in the context of the story, like done a rehabilitation. Like, obviously I get that that's not what you were going for with the character.
Yeah.
But, like, as far as, like, what I was clearly trying to do in this chapter, you know, obviously I've taken away Kane's an asshole.
Yeah.
And that's just, like, what I've decided is character. Which, you know, I don't know.
But, like, even, like, in Vari's, like, he didn't start as an asshole. Like... he was being okay. Well, he found some random, like, I mean, both of the times he stumbled across Vari was in somewhere, like, in some place that she wasn't meant to be. But he handled it with, like, a reasonable amount of grace, really.
I don't agree with that at all, but...
it wasn't until Vari started calling him all sorts of names that he bit back.
I mean,
I feel Vari started it.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously. And obviously,
whereas this, it's different because he's starting it.
Yes. Look, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I mean, I don't want to try and, like, defend what happened in this chapter because, I know. I get it. It's bad. It's really fucking bad. But, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
obviously.
I mean, it just proves like we did not talk to
No,
each other at
absolutely
all
not.
between chapters.
No, we clearly had no idea each other were
going to do
in
any way. Like
Although
we maybe had a brief like of Cori has to train Kane or something.
Yeah. We obviously had a
been
plot idea.
Yeah.
That was like, Cori will train with Kane, and then Vari will find out and it'll cause a big fight.
Yeah. But we didn't
for some reason.
Yeah.
But we didn't go any further than that. And I do wonder if like we had a conversation after you read this chapter, or if you had just gone through and gone, not like that, not like that, not like that. Or whether we talked about it and you were like, oh, that's not really the vibe I was going for with Kane.
I feel like we would have talked about it.
Maybe. I don't feel quite so confident as you do in that, but anyway, I mean it's very obvious we're not doing dialogue yet, so
yes.
Interesting.
It's like an hour and a half.
Christ. I mean, what are we gonna do? These chapters are getting long.
Yeah.
But you know, like 170 pages in now. And we still aren't doing dialogue.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I wonder
if we'll
be able to tell, surely.
I don't know. It's all so bad.
Yeah. Can't tell one bad from the other.
Exactly.
Yeah. True.
Okay. Well, that was a time.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Let's move on. Please. Musical. Good.
Get my book open because I did read this one a while ago. Okay, and so now it is time for What We Read, where we talk about the books we've been reading.
Yeah.
How smooth was that? I didn't fuck it up this time.
Sure. Ruined it a little in the end there, but okay.
That's right. I've got the hang of it. I'm always like, this is what we read. When we talk about what we read, but I thought about it.
You did.
And I made it better.
You did make it better.
I solved it.
What you been reading?
Okay, so my book for this week is called Dark and the Boy in the Hole by M.A. Batten. I don't know what to say about this. I didn't like it. It was bad. In a way that I couldn't really, like, you know, normally when you read a book that you don't like, you're like, well, I didn't like this thing, I didn't like this thing, I didn't like this thing about it. I really struggled to put my finger on, like, what I didn't like about this book, but it was not good. I'm sorry, it was not good. So basically, it's about this boy who for some reason has been trapped in a well in the floor of a king's castle for his entire life. So he knows nothing except the hole. And it is kind of written from his perspective, and I think that may partially be what I hate about it, because it's written from the perspective of a boy who's lived his whole life in a hole. So there's a lot of that kind of, he's like 10 as well. So it's kind of childish.
Yeah.
Like the prose feels kind of childish and a bit silly, I guess. But also there's a lot of like, you know, he doesn't know what the sun's called, he doesn't know what the moon's called, he doesn't know what the outside is, like he doesn't know what outside is, he doesn't know, like, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
very hard to write.
Very hard to write from that kind of perspective. And it takes a very, very skilled, like it can be done, but it takes a very, very skilled author to do that. So anyway, he's this evil king has kept him in his hole forever, and then he like accidentally gets rescued by the last Minotaur, and is like taken off into the forest with a bunch of what are called nightlings, which are basically every fairy tale creature from any and all sort of backgrounds. So there's like, you know, Wendigo, and there's Kappas, and there are witches, and there are Minotaurs, and there are like any mythology around the world, there's those kind of creatures and nightlings. They're all kind of together, which also kind of annoyed me, because I'm like, these myths kind of came from a certain cultural background, and you've kind of picked them all up and just dropped them into this European fantasy world and said, yep, you're all
together.
You're all together. So that wasn't really a vibe. And it basically turns out that like the boy who his name is like he calls himself Dark, so I'm not really sure why the book's called Dark and the Boy in the Hole, because the Boy in the Hole is dark. But anyway, he calls himself Dark, and it turns out that he has like this crazy magical ability where he can, like, he just has to watch one of the fairy tale creatures do their kind of special, they all have like a special magic skill that they can do, and he just has to watch them do it once and then he can do it. So he's like insanely overpowered even by the end of this book, which is like the first book in the series, because literally he can do everything that any of the other characters can do. So like one of them
making the rest of the characters kind of
it's superfluous.
Yeah.
And he's great. He can go invisible. He can talk to plants. He can like I can't remember any of the other examples, but like this just wasn't that interesting. You know, he can make mist appear. He can make plants grow really fast, like the nymphs. Like he can just do everything. He can move without a sound. He can like, and it's just like, well, he's just invincible then, right? Because he can do everything and anything. And he only has to see someone do it once, and then he can learn how to do it. And there's like some minor effort given to him, like spending a couple of days practicing each new skill, but like it's still just kind of
not much.
There's no
obstacles.
There's no obstacles. And then the evil king finds out that like the nightlings are still alive, and like sets out to like hunt them down, and then they fight the evil king, and then the book is over. And it's just I was just super like you could see exactly what was going to happen from like the first page. It was super predictable. The writing was just, it just felt a bit juvenile, and everything just felt a bit silly. And I feel like it's not necessarily that it was a bad concept, but it just really needed a bit more work, I think, to really like make it into a coherent story, and to actually give Dark some kind of like obstacles or challenges or threats or something, because as it is, it just really seems like he could just do everything. So I gave it a 1 star.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah, it was rough.
Sorry.
Not
like everything.
Yeah, exactly. This one was not for me. Look, it has like 4.2 out of 5 on Goodreads overall, so other people liked it. So good for you. Not for me. What about you? What have you been reading?
So I read a book called Frankie by Siobhan Plotzer. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I'm sorry. And it was very good.
Okay, good.
So good counterpoint.
Love
it's
that.
almost like the opposite in every way. So it's YA.
Okay.
But it was very well written.
Nice.
Like really, really nicely. It's won a bunch of awards, and you can tell why. It's just like her, like as soon as you pick it up, it's just, you know how you just get that, like you just get that vibe from it. So really, really well written. All of the characters were really amazing, full of depth. So basically Frankie is a young girl. She's like, not young girl, I don't know. She's like 16, I think, 16 or 17, teenager. And she's come from a bit of a broken home situation. Like her mum's dumped her on her aunt, and so her aunt's pretty much raising her. And so she's, you know, kid on the wrong side of the tracks kind of thing. And what I love about it is like Frankie, the main character, she's a train wreck. Like she's an absolute train wreck. She's like not necessarily a bad person, but she's not really a good person either. But like the whole book is really just a series of her poor decisions, and but you're still kind of rooting for her. Like you kind of go, I want you to make the right choice. But basically, it just follows the story of Frankie, who she's half brother, I think, suddenly shows up. She didn't know he existed. And so they meet briefly, and then he goes missing. Right. And so the story, she's basically trying to find out who he is. There's a oh gosh, I can't remember his name. There's like a love interest kind of thing, and he's also on the wrong side of the tracks. You know, dark, mysterious, misunderstood type. And so they're doing a bit of a thing. There's like a bit of an enemies to lovers kind of thing there, which is really nice. And the ending, like it went places I wasn't expecting for sure. Like very different to like yours, or you're like super predictable. Like as I kept reading, it was one of those things I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna work out the way I thought it was gonna work out. But it was still a really good ending. And yeah, you're just kind of rooting for Frank, who should just make the right choice. Yeah, she just does. You're like, oh. But yeah, really, really well written. Yeah, loved it.
Awesome. Great. Well, I'm glad you got a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
that's it.
Cool. Yep, that's it from us. Okay, you're gonna do.
Oh, that's me. That's me. That's my one job. I'm like, what? I'm like, and then.
How do we finish every single podcast?
We finish by saying, "Talk to us, please." So yeah, we would love to hear from you. It makes our day, our week, our month, even our year. Yep. If you do.
Yes. I feel like we have to have a shout out to Emily, who has sent us such a sweet message on Instagram. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening and enjoying our podcast.
Yes, we love it. We love you. So yeah, it really is great when you reach out to us, and you can do it in a myriad of ways.
We have so much.
We have so many things. So you can reach out to us on social media. Basically, yes. It's all at What We Wrote podcast. So it's nice and uniform. You can find it really easily.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr.
All of those. So you can find us there. Hit us up in the comments. Tag us. Do whatever you like. For your longer form prose, you can email us at whatwewrotepod@gmail.com. We've had some wonderful people sharing some wonderful writing with us, which is just spectacular.
And,
like,
we
love
theories.
Someone rewrote the ending of Living to Die.
Yeah, so good.
Incredible. So yeah, reach out to us. We would love to hear from you.
I think
that's everything, isn't it? Yeah.
Like, review, and subscribe.
Yeah, do that and share the word, because we love to hear from you. Don't get me wrong, but also like spreading the word is
best
awesome.
thing you can do.
Yeah, because if you tell 5 people, at least one of them might give us a try.
Exactly. And they might tell 5 people. And
exactly. And it just grows out from there. So tell your friends if you like it. That would be good.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Bye.